D&D channel. I just wanted to add a little context before we jump into the second half of session 2. Our characters met up with some farmers at an inn. Now, to add a little bit of context, because there was a little bit of excitement when I introduced these farmers. So our players in the last campaign, obviously they were playing different characters. Our players had met these farmers before. Different characters, but the same players. So they knew of them, but their new characters did not. I don't think they were expecting them to make an appearance. In the last campaign, they could have discovered what they were up to, what these two farmers were up to, but they chose a different path. So they never did end up finding out what these farmers were all about. But they're going to in this session. So with that said, let's jump right back into the second half of session 2, and we'll see what's happening.
So Jess was sneaking in.
I followed the wagon, I watched them, and now I'm gonna pick locks.
Okay.
But it is what it is. And there's a rumor that she
But how do I pick them? With Jester dice?
With percentiles?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, but which one?
Hey.
Oh.
Are they there? What are you trying to do?
I'm picking locks. I'm gonna break into the wagon.
What's your percentage on open lock?
Not that much.
That much.
Yeah.
Whatever I roll.
Look at that, mate.
37! Damn it. Close? I was close.
What's your percentage?
35. Oh look, I was wrong. It's 33.
You gotta quit hanging on.
So you're just like,
Oh,
you just can't quite, it's a lock you're not quite familiar with.
Everything like that. I saw what you know
Oh wait, open lock is 40.
Alright, buddy.
I was wrong. I was doing my pickpocket.
Yeah,
I made it.
she makes it.
I was
It's
37,
40.
so I did make it.
You pickpocketed Nate and Sven?
I pickpocketed a lock instead of opening it. But
All right.
Peter and Sven's cart.
Reverse all that.
Nate's the
Take it all back. So yeah, you open the lock.
yes,
Okay.
I opened a rock.
I searched the wagon. I checked for traps.
Because they trapped their wagon.
You never know.
All right. You should have did that before you opened the lock, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, never mind
No,
then.
too late.
Do right. Make your
You're
trap.
committed.
It's actually a minute.
It's definitely not trapped.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
I don't wonder where I got that from.
Make a.
Oh God. Perception check?
See?
Yeah.
See if you see that giant boulder coming out of the sky.
No, it's not that bad.
See if you feel a slight prick.
I don't know which one I. Make a find secret doors and find hidden doors. Whichever one is lower, make that percentage.
Well, that doesn't seem fair.
What is it?
Find hidden doors 35%.
There you go.
Why couldn't it be find secret door?
Because it's hidden.
But my find secret door is 50%.
No, I think you want. Wait. I think it's find secret is the one you want.
Okay, so I have 50%.
So for 300.
40!
You find another door and another lock.
Jesus.
So
I'm being punished.
so the locks that you open, unlock it and you search it. It's just vegetables and fruits. But in your searching, you found another lock. And in finding this another lock, you can tell that the center has a false door.
What does that mean?
It means unlock the fucking lock.
Okay. I am opening the lock, which takes
40%.
I am looking for traps.
Oh, okay, all right. Search for traps.
14.
Which she needs 25, so yes, she made it.
It is not trapped.
You're gonna
Okay.
find out all they're doing is selling locks too.
Alright. Now I am going to open the lock. Come on.
New. Can't see her.
53. I needed 53.
You
40.
were just been through this, you needed 40. Okay, you can't quite open the secret lock that you found.
You can pick their pocket, try to get key.
Use your crowbar.
Hey, Royce, how about you shut the
Crowbars
fuck up?
up.
You're not there.
How?
Speaking of which, where are you?
He's in the bar.
I'm in the bar.
Everybody's in the bar except Jess?
I
Yeah.
have a
I'm still down at the dock.
I have a dagger.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to break the lock.
Is it like
Well, you're not gonna give me
so it's
another
like a
chance to
toothpick?
roll for it, right?
Well, if we got a
Of
back
course, but
dagger.
you'd lose You'd probably lose percentage.
Can I
To
try
try.
again? Lock. I want to open the lock.
You can try and break it.
So you gotta use your dagger
Okay,
then.
I'm gonna use my dagger and I'm gonna break it.
Okay. Try.
How do I do that?
Percentiles?
Roll a dish.
Percentile for break lock?
No. You've got a percent chance. There is no break lock percentage. It's just you're gonna try and
He's
break
gonna
it.
make up a percentage and
Hopefully
tell
you
you
do.
whether or not you make it.
Do you want to tell me?
I don't
Nope.
want you to roll.
34.
Okay. So you're
Okay.
it's suspense, alright? It's suspense.
I don't like suspense. Ask my
Okay.
husband.
It's
Come on!
alright.
I'm
Okay.
talking
You break the
about-
tip of the dagger off and it's done. You get no other chances.
No. So you got your dagger. Goddamn cocksucking. The wood breaks.
Oh, now they know somebody's been here. We're fucked.
This secret compartment opens. And there's these, like, I don't want to say crates, but they're like little boxes. They've got like slide lids in them. Like you take the box and you just slide the lid off.
She's so excited right now.
I am so excited.
I'm so
I take one
Okay.
and I open it.
Okay.
It is not locked. I've broken through 2 locks. It is open.
So
And trapped.
there
I don't care.
there's this like white powder.
Iocane powder.
No, I'm kidding.
I
How many
came-
retracts? Okay, I take a box, and you know what? Do I take all the boxes?
I didn't know
You
someone
can.
took something. Might as well do it all.
Okay,
How
while
many
this shit's
boxes
going.
are there?
Well, I mean, we're not dead, but.
There's 6.
There's 6. How big are they?
For a
Maybe-
normal human, they're this big. For you, they're like this.
Maybe
Just looks really big in her
4
hands.
inches
Don't
wide,
worry. There's no such thing as a normal human.
a foot long,
Right, dwarf?
maybe 2 inches high.
Okay, and I probably don't have my backpack with me because I'm. Okay, I shove a couple of them like in my pants, and I.
Not
I
sure
don't-
this looks.
About that time, the stable master comes around the corner and says, "Hey, what are you doing over here? Get over here,
Somebody just broke in here. I think they stole
boss!
something.
Boss!"
Fuck.
You failed your move silent check, remember? Anyway,
Can I'm assuming I'm doing what I'm about to do before this racket happens.
Damn it.
Because
Yeah,
I'm down at the docks.
correct.
I want to know
These
if
3 are inside.
I've been down there nosing through my book. I'm not the most alert person in the world because of my alertness score. I just want to is there a chance that I can realize that it's probably about time for these guys to
I run.
arrive and move towards the
I run.
So I'm thinking in my head the time frame here because we got to back up a little bit.
Right. That's because I'm just wondering if I'm gonna make my way in, if I'll be, or if I'm even alert enough to like, and just hear, or if I'm not alert enough and stay down there and hear her making a commotion up at the fucking.
Okay. So rewind a little bit. You guys are sitting in the bar. Nate walks in. He had mentioned to Royce that these are the guys you want to meet.
And I'm
Then Nate
just
walked in the
ready.
bar. At that time, do you wait for the farmers or do you follow Nate in?
what land
One. Come on.
no. As soon as the farmers sit, I'm waiting for them to sit down.
Okay.
I'm gonna pill.
So you followed Nate back in then?
Yes.
Okay. So Royce follows Nate back into the bar. You two see them walk back into the bar. Nate retakes his spot behind the bar.
The farmers sit down.
Few minutes later, the farmers walk in.
And that's
They
when
sit-
Jess starts her whole fiasco.
They
at that
sit
point.
down at the bar. What do you two do? You're sitting at the bar because you followed Nate back in. Where are you two?
I sit down.
I was just coming
Just
in,
hang
remember?
on,
And so I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm just kind of observing.
Okay.
Just kinda,
I'm just still at the bar. Where
Okay.
I've been, you know, just
So this is what's going down. So you're at the bar, Royce.
Yes.
You're sitting up at the bar. Nate's slinging hash and throwing drinks.
Are they next to me?
Or
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I went.
They walk in, sit next to
I have an
you.
idea.
Nate comes over. He's got 2 bottles of ale. He sets it down in front of him. He says, "Guys, this young fellow was asking about you last night. He wanted to meet you."
Nice to meet you. My name's Zeke.
Zeke, how can I help you?
Well, they've been.
Zeke, the
I've
zipper.
been hired
I
by
have
a
an
certain
idea.
fella here a
It's gonna be
while
okay.
back, and
Of course it's gonna be okay.
he
Got
came
charm
up missing.
person.
oh, you
Okay.
don't.
I haven't
Two cats,
bought in
so I'm not
being on that
I'm not
bar.
overly worried.
Like this is okay. What's happened is we were offered a job from Windtaker. We went and we've done the job.
Okay.
We came back to town. We couldn't find him. So we started looking around, and some people said that you guys may know him or where he might be if he's not in town. He owes us a little money. We're just trying to collect.
Square up with him is the word, yes.
And he's a nice enough guy,
I'm
and
not there, so I'm not
unlike
saying shit, I guess.
very unlike him to just take off.
I don't
So-
know that. I don't know him that well.
Let's go sit down at a table.
So. Okay.
Let's
All right.
Now I hear that, so I'm gonna sit down at the table with them.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to check us?
I don't know where you're at.
Yeah, this is
I came-
What's
came
going
in-
on
I came
at
in
the
from
same
outside.
time that you're doing your
I
thing.
came in from outside. Remember, I was outside. I came
You
in.
know what? You guys are in.
Okay.
Weren't you?
Nope. My dice.
What are you doing down there?
I'm putting
Putting
my
dice
in
away.
jail.
Oh. Okay.
jail dice. Mind
There-
flayer jail dice.
Okay.
They're being punished
So
Punich.
as I'm about to be.
he says we were contacted by a mage. I'm assuming this is maybe your wind talker person. We were
Possibly.
supposed to meet him here. He wanted to know how to get to the Underdeeps.
Are you inside yet? Because I have no idea
I'm
what the fuck he's talking about.
I'm waiting on him to give me the cue so that I can either figure out whether or not I'm moving or what. That's how we all got reverted back into coming back into the bar, was me asking if I could make a perception check or something along the lines of, am I moving? Am I still outside? But he's giving you guys this information, so I'm nowhere around at the moment.
Now,
Do I understand what the underdeeps are being?
Yeah, and I don't understand that shit at all.
so to give you a rundown on the Underdeeps, it's basically another world that exists below ground.
Okay.
Do you remember in the D&D? Did you watch the D&D movie? You did not. Did you watch it? Honor Amongst Thieves.
The Underdark,
Did I-
basically.
The Underdark.
A giant, cavernous. It's miles under the fucking earth.
Okay.
So he says we were
liquid
we were
magma.
going to provide
Some
him
places,
a
yes.
path to the Underdeeps. We do some trading in the Underdeeps. We don't get into it a whole lot, but I can get him down there. That's what we were going to do for him.
Must be a hell of a vegetable garden you have. Trade with the Underdeeps.
Who says there's... Well, never mind.
Interesting.
You said too much.
Yeah, I don't.
They told us about your vegetables and how delicious they were.
I'm not
we
there.
do grow good vegetables, yes. So while this conversation is going on, Matt, you are more or less caught up on your studies.
Yep.
And you've heard some commotion, so you kind of figure it's about that time when these people were supposed to arrive. What'd you stub your toe?
No. I banged my knee into something, and the fucking bone is bruised. And I just bumped it up against the seat rail.
Oh.
We should switch over to briefs.
I know, right? Oh.
It's got sand.
I know. For sure.
I haven't heard that.
You want to
thing in
sniff
a
it?
while.
So,
Should've used my Jester
You-
dice.
Right?
like I say, you decide
You know where
that...
tea is?
I'm hearing a little ruckus.
Well, yeah, and you figure it's about the
Uh,
time that these people are supposed to
no,
arrive, so
I'm-
you figure, you
I'm
know, I'm gonna
focused.
we'll go check on
What
it
is
to see
that?
what's
I was
going on.
in character
Mhm.
asking.
Oh, no. my
And
character
as
is
you're
focused on
walking
these
from the
guys.
dock
Okay.
back to the inn, you hear some screaming coming from the stable area. Jess, what do you do?
From a stable area?
No,
Yeah.
you're in the stable area. That's
Am
where
I
you're-
in the stable
Yes.
area?
Yes, you're
That's
getting
where
in
the
car.
that's where their vegetable cart is.
I literally said they pulled everything into the stable
I'm
area.
running.
Which way do you run?
I run into the bar.
Go. You hear...
I have a plan.
You sound like me.
I have a plan.
You hear this commotion, and all of a sudden you see your halfling friend cut across and head in that door.
I go right up to the farmers.
So she runs in.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, right behind her, you see the stable master, a human, come running across and follow him, and he's yelling, "Boss! Boss!" At that time, you three sitting at the table hear this. Nate hears it, and he starts walking out from behind the bar. "What now? God damn it!" And all of a sudden, this door flings open, and your halfling friend comes barging in.
I walk right over to the farmers. I grab the bags. I go, "You have failed."
The bags.
The boxes. It's like, I was sent here by Enith, and you have failed. Let's go talk about your failure on this test.
What the fuck is she talking about?
They're looking at each
I'm
other.
still outside.
Yes.
So I want to make my way into the stable where they came running from.
Okay.
We may have to kill it.
So at that time, the stable master comes in, and he says, "Boss,
I'm in.
boss! I just caught this halfling breaking into the farmer's cart."
You stay out of this. This is a secret mission. I've said too much. We gotta go talk outside.
The farmers get up, and they go running outside. You're coming in. The two farmers run just past you, back out through the door, and they're looking at their busted up cart.
I was hoping to get there before them. That shoots my plan in the ass. Anyways.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We are gonna have to kill everyone.
I want to cast Charm Person on both of them. 2 castings of Charm Person on the pair of them. These are not the droids you're looking for.
These guys are gonna be different.
Okay, that's what I want to do. Is make Charm Person.
Okay.
At least on one of them.
Well, damn, I gotta go to my car.
While you're going to your car, we go to my car.
You better hope this works. Like, I don't know where you're going, but I know where I'm going.
So the farmers, you don't have a chance to cast it as they run past. you.
Right. And that's fine. If I can't, I will wait until they're stopped so that I can.
Nate follows them out.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you follow them out?
Yeah, I'll follow them.
Okay.
I feel like we should all follow them out.
We should. I grab their stuff and I follow them because I'm, finishing up my secret mission.
What stuff do you have? Are you talking the boxes?
Yep.
Okay. So it's basically the two farmers.
Yeah.
You, and then Nate is right behind you.
Okay.
By the time you get up to the cart, there's two stable boys standing at the cart. And they're looking at the damage, and you guys see it's open, like the vegetables are open, the doors and the center of it's busted all out. There's a dagger sticking up out of it.
You forgot to grab your dagger.
I was in a hurry.
We're fucked.
And these farmers
Royally with no lubrication.
are pissed.
Are you sure?
You come back out, say,
I'm staying in the end.
They look at Nate,
Fee's my partner.
and he is...
I followed out. Like, I came out.
Nate is like, all right, what are we going to do? These guys are pissed. This is their cart.
okay, so
So
I'm
Nate
still
turns to you and goes, do you want to explain yourself?
I do. We told you Enid had sent us. We were looking for Enid Windtalker. He does owe us money, but there's something else we weren't allowed to tell you, is that he's worried about security, and he wanted to make sure you guys had a good security system, and it was way easy for me to get in there with my dagger. You gotta take better care of your shit, man.
At this point,
The two farmers look at each other, and they look at Nate, and they go, we have no fucking clue what this halfling is talking about. I don't know if she has, like, smoked some shit, or drunk some shit.
I want to edge my way to the back of this grouping and
I'm just.
They're like, halfling, we know. We have no idea who you're talking about.
I put my finger in the box and I go, this is, I am a little bit buzzed. I'm sorry. I'm in a program.
Okay, so now I need you to make a saving throw versus poison.
You keep making a bunch of bad decisions.
I need a new character. What can I say?
Just saying.
So I'm going to look at
Recap,
Nate.
Saw white powder at the
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm still lean into him a little bit and
I got a 17 and I needed a 13. I'm fine.
Well, you're not fine because you just licked raw, uncut dragon's bane.
Woo! Casey, did you hear that?
So I'm gonna lean into Nate and say, and you warned me to stay out of trouble. Huh.
So you two, not your characters, but you two are up to speed. In my world here, in my campaign, dragon's bane is an illicit drug that is outlawed.
Oh, Casey used to do it all the time. It's fine.
it's illicit. It's black market shit.
And he was
Yeah.
a ranger. He was a
It's very, very. It would be the
Organic
equivalent
ranger.
to our modern day fentanyl.
I'm fine. It was one
Yeah.
little
Fucking
bit.
George
Hey,
Floyd all
hey,
over
But it
again.
was not processed.
Yeah, think of it as
It's raw.
Toad from Family Guy.
Can
They're
I be
licking
a-
Toad.
Can I be a sorcerer next?
Well, right now you're like seeing 4 of everything. So
Ooh, there's a lot of. We have 4 wizards. Are you?
so did you all follow her out?
I did.
Okay.
He stayed at the bar.
I stayed in.
I.
Yeah, no, I followed up because I wanted to mention the Nate.
Okay.
We have more dwarves.
So for you,
We'll need
On the
more
inside?
ale.
everything is normal. The barmaids have took back over. They're serving drinks. They're serving food. They're setting up rooms. People are laughing, having a good time. There's people sitting by the fire. There's people sitting at tables.
Quintus. What
You
did we
should-
get?
You
Hold
noticed your
this.
halfling friend take a lick of this powder,
Take that for me.
and about 30 seconds later, she's
High as a
in
kite.
fucking
Wow.
La La Land.
I
She is
mean-
making, not that she made a whole lot of sense anyway,
I need a nap.
but now she has.
Quintus.
So
What?
I need to segregate one of these farmers. Like, I'm whispering amongst us, like, we need to segregate at least one of these farmers off so I can charm him.
So Nate turns to you. The stable boys are starting to pick up pieces of the cart that broke. And he's like, look, guys, she's your companion. We know that. She obviously did some wrong here.
Which one?
We're not here. Let's put it this way. We're not going to get the law involved because nothing was, except for one lick, nothing was really stolen. But you need to make it right with these guys.
Peter,
Which
Sven,
one?
can I have a few moments with you?
There's 4 of
Please,
them.
if you would.
I'm sorry to all of you. I thought there were only 2.
She's kind of hanging off Royce right now.
I'm going to take her and like sit her down on the outside of the building next to the door, so before she falls down.
Can I have some more of that?
And just no.
No, you cannot.
Legitly, she's got boxes all over it, and there's folds and stuff. But she did take like as many as she put in her pocket.
I did stuff them all down my pants.
But you took them back.
Yeah,
out
but
of
she's
your
this
pants.
fucking tall.
I did.
So, like, literally, they're this fucking big on her.
Yeah, so she took them back out of, remember, because she slammed
Yeah.
them
Oh,
down.
that's
I
right,
had-
because I was trying to convince
That's
my
the
the-
boxiest looking halfling I've ever seen.
Domo arigato.
So
Mr. Roboto.
Nate says, she's your companion. We got to make this right with these guys. I mean, these guys, I do business with these guys. These guys are my friends.
That's my friend.
I don't know what your halfling companion's end game was.
That's
I
funny,
was
'cause
doing
we
my
don't either.
job.
But,
You don't listen.
so at that time, the stable master's looking over the cart. He says, I can fix this in a day. He says it costs 10 gold pieces. And
Nope,
I've-
it costs 10 gold for me to keep my mouth shut about your fruit.
Which one of Peter and Sven is in charge? I legitimately ask out loud.
I mean, they're both equal partners, either one of them.
Well, who wants to talk to me? Because
I think
I
either
prefer to do it out of earshot of the group. I'm
Is
sure
your-
we can come to some
What would your
decision on
mother
two.
say?
You need to stop.
Okay. So Peter
I
walks over to you.
can't.
All right, let's walk down to the docks. Just we'll keep this separate from the group. We can come to terms.
Push him in.
Okay.
So him and I walk down to the docks, and as we're walking, I'm doing my hand gestures and blah 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 blah, and I want to charm him.
Okay.
So I want to cast Charm Person on him. Is what I want to do,
Okay.
and hopefully it works and divulge what information I can from said Peter here. Why they had Dragon's Bane to begin with. What their actual motive was. Did they actually know?
Okay. So
Enoch?
let me ask you this: is Charm Person, is that a cantrip or is that an actual spell?
No, it's first level spell.
All right. So let's take a look at Charm Person.
Do you have any snacks?
100. In fact, I can do it from 120 yards away.
Fruit cart right there.
Well, that I mean,
Saving throw is
Can I have some fruit?
neg.
Who's there?
Player's handbook effect
yeah.
178.
Why
I've
don't you
got
drink
marked
from
down.
your water skin for a bit?
I want some fruit.
No, you get
Affects
water.
any single person
Yeah.
that's cast upon. Person
Actually,
includes
I
any
love
bipedal
some
human,
chips.
demi-human, humanoid, goblin, blah 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 blah. This person receives a saving throw versus spell to avoid the effect with any adjustment due to wisdom.
Yep. So he gets his wisdom adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
If the person receives damage,
If the spell recipient fails a saving throw, he regards the caster as a trusted friend and ally to be heeded and protected. The spell does not enable the caster to control the charmed creature as if it were an automaton, but any word or action of the caster is viewed in the most favorable way. Thus, the charmed person would not obey a suicide command, but might believe the caster is assured that only chance to save the caster's life is for the person to hold back
well,
an on-rushing blah blah blah. But he would obey like simple commands and
yeah.
like
Okay, so-
and like being a trusted ally is the thought is he's going to like, oh yeah, he would be willing to confide in me.
All right. Well, he didn't make the saving throw. So.
Okay. So first suggestion is, why did you guys have Dragon's Bane?
can't make a living just farming. Unfortunate.
Okay.
They're. I mean, they're good farmers. They're good at what they do, but
There's not enough money to be made to.
correct.
All right. So, do you know Enith?
They do not.
They do not.
They were merely contacted by Enith to show him to the Underdeeps. For some reason, he wanted to get into the Underdeeps.
So then you have no idea why Enith would have been kidnapped, and his apprentice would have been kidnapped. Do you know an Ezrak? I'm sorry. Yes.
He does not.
Okay. So, and assumedly there was no mention made of why Enith needed a way into the Underdark, or the Underrealms, Underdeeps.
He said he was blabbing something about needing a weapon. Something about weapons in the Underdeeps. We didn't quite understand, to be honest with you. We didn't really care. We were just going to show him. We weren't even going to charge him anything. We were just going to let him tag along when we go to the Underdeeps.
Do you have a map that I could copy of the Underdeeps
We do
to
not.
get to? Can you give me the
You
location?
can follow us, and we will show you.
Absolutely, friend. That would be fantastic. Please, please. Your generosity in this situation has been fantastic. We can show some recompense for my silly friend here with the destruction of your property. Please let me cover the costs.
He says, look, we're just businessmen that do, okay, maybe we do a little shady stuff on the side.
No, don't even fret.
Says, you get our cart back in order, because we use that to make our living.
Absolutely.
You tell your halfling friend to keep her hand off our stuff, because it's not hers,
Absolutely.
and we'll just
Bygones be bygones.
forget
and
this
all.
situation ever happened.
Please, these are not the droids you're looking for. If there's no charge, then yes, absolutely. I will.
We will be sad. If you can make that happen, we would be satisfied.
Absolutely. And he believes every word I'm saying at this point. That yep, she'll keep her hands off because she will. I'll justly with him. I'm being as honest as I can be.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, absolutely, she'll keep her hands off. And if you're willing to take us, myself and my companions, to the entrance to the Underdeeps, absolutely. Maybe this will get us in the search for Enith, because he does actually owe us money, and his apprentice was kidnapped, and he was just recently kidnapped. And again, I'll ask you with all honesty, do you have any knowledge of why he might have been kidnapped?
Whatever he was working on, he was pretty into. I don't know what that is. I don't know what he was. All I can tell you is he wanted the Underdeeps, and he wanted to talk to somebody about weapons.
Okay. I'm not going to cancel the spell currently because it lasts for, and I want him to like answer me truthfully in a friendly companion type way. Duration special. What is his intelligence? Do you have a rough number?
14, maybe?
14? Okay. So technically he can be for 2 weeks by the looks of this.
Probably not a bad idea.
How long does it take to get to the Underdeeps?
So, I'm not gonna do anything to like.
Cancel the spell.
Right. I don't want to. Yes, absolutely. We'll convene. Yep. She won't. As long as you can get us to the Underdeeps, we'll resupply as we can here. And I'll ask him, as we're walking back to the rest of the group, is there anywhere in between here and there that we can resupply?
No.
So we would have to resupply from here. Okay. So, yes, absolutely. We'll make sure everything's squared away and.
Do you return to the rest of the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So they come back. Matt and Peter come back from the docks. Sven looks like if he could have a shot at Jess, he'd stab her in the throat. But Peter comes up. He's
With
like,
your own dagger.
he's like, we got it figured out. They're gonna cover the costs. Peter kind of calms Sven down, and
Yeah.
they're gonna cover the costs. We're not gonna have any problems with her again. Blah blah blah.
You might want to ask them. You might want to ask the mage to get it for you.
Get my dagger.
The stable master comes up and says, "I'll have I'll have the cart ready to go for in the morning." When
No,
you guys
and,
get
and,
to
and, and as it were, will actually be accompanying Peter and Sven on the next leg of our journey. And I stress the hour as I say it to you guys. So, if you need supplies,
Is
Hip, hip.
Is she gonna be able to go on this journey?
yes, she's fine.
I'm fine. My report is your first lock was pretty good. Your second lock, it needs work.
Cast Charm Person on her now.
Okay.
What? Hello?
Can she have a negative on this since she's high on the fucking Dragon's Bane anyways?
Yeah, she still gets a saving throw, but being
Yes,
that she's
absolutely.
high, you would get a -2.
So
A little
technically, so where's your save versus spell?
She's gonna get it.
Save versus spell. I need
A 17 or
15.
higher.
I can do this.
Okay.
Is it a
Are
D20?
you taking jail dice out?
She needs 17 or higher. She gets a 16, so she fails. So I have her under my command.
Hi! Where's my dagger? Can you get it?
Don't worry about the dagger. Everything will be fine.
Do you have another one?
You're not a thief. You don't want to thieve from these people. They are our friends. Again, I'm a trusted ally now.
I don't know.
Just remain calm.
okay.
Your head will clear.
I'm pretty calm.
So, fast forward about 3 hours. Jess finally starts to come
Wait,
off
how
her.
long am I charmed?
2 weeks.
No, my intelligence is a 16.
Your intelligence is a 16. Let me reopen that.
More than 3 hours.
Yes, it's at least a week. If you have a hard on for more than 3 hours. Oh.
171.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. Alright. Intelligence score 16. 1 week. So, here we are.
Everybody calms down, returns back to the inn.
I don't know. Phones. Come on.
Everything's somewhat back to normal now. People are filtering in.
Starting to get shitty.
Jess is coming off her.
Highness. Your Highness. Your Highness.
You hear hammering and clanking and nailing and stuff coming from the stable part of things.
Peter, my good friend, why don't you buy us a round of drinks?
I like this.
Oh, I'm thirsty.
He buys everybody around except Jess.
That's fair. That's
fair.
fair.
Wait,
She was
isn't he
high.
charmed?
She was high. What's that?
Isn't he charmed?
He is. Yeah.
Then why isn't he buying me around if he's
It's like,
charmed?
it's like hypnosis.
That's
You can-
Because
God's call.
even though he's charmed,
He doesn't find you an
exactly,
ally.
he sees Matt as an ally.
Oh.
He's still pissed at you,
Oh, well,
so
thank
he
you.
can rightfully refuse to. He sees Matt as an ally, not the rest of
Well,
you.
see, so then I don't see them as friends then.
But you're charmed right now, so.
No, if I'm charmed and I see him as a friend, not
Correct.
necessarily the farmers.
Correct.
But then again, I've made the suggestion to you as you are charmed. You're fine. Everything's fine with that. Please, just go about your business. Leave them be.
So you're indifferent. about them.
They're traveling companions for the time being.
And let me just, out of character here for a minute, let me just reiterate. Your past characters ran into these farmers. Your current characters just met them.
Yeah.
You know nothing of what happened in the past game.
I know.
Does it by any chance look as if one of them is missing a hat?
They're both wearing hats that match.
Oh.
Wow. Matching hats. So they've upgraded.
They're
since
they're farmers' hats.
Yeah. Old straw hat, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Ever the stylish hat. Where did you pick those up, Sven?
It's just a farmer's hat we wear to keep the sun off our eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, looks like it does a good job.
Yes. Quite the stylish hat.
So, you guys go through your dinner, drinks, blah, blah, blah. Nighttime rolls around.
You should go to bed. You look tired.
I'm not tired.
Anyways, we're not dancing the night away, but I ask Peter, please, as we can make haste.
Peter, please.
You know,
What time
We'll
do you
supply.
What time do you want to leave in the morning?
once
We gotta figure
once
out
we're
when
up
the
and have
wagon-
breakfast,
when the
and
lagoon is ready.
Yeah.
He said it'd be tomorrow, but he didn't give us the time.
Well, assuming the wagon is ready, what do you say about 9 o'clock?
absolutely. As long as that as long as the rest of my companions have no issues with the time that we depart, I'm sure
Fee.
Trog will like to get a barrel of ale for the road.
Right.
I could fill my wineskins. Absolutely. Then we're prepared to roll.
Okay, so fast forward. Go to bed. Next morning, wake up. You resupply.
Yep.
He gives you, for 1 gold, he'll give you a small barrel of ale.
I have a 3-gallon keg under my backpack. Can I make it to get that full?
3 gallons?
I bought a 3-gallon keg and put under my backpack
was
on
Nate
the
it?
first one.
Was Nate a human or was he a
Now, this was
dwarf?
before we had a cart.
Nate is a human.
Nate is.
This was before we had a cart, so I had to make a
I'm gonna
small
kill
one.
them.
But I'd ask for his white claw, if you will.
No. You'll leave them alone. They're getting us.
Because I'll tell you what,
Some
the inside
further-
is still in its experimental
Or a
stages.
wee-
I'll extend the 1 gold
You don't
piece
know
offer.
otherwise, though.
I'll fill
Remember?
up your.
Yes. And besides, we'll be on to bigger and better things at that point.
I forget that.
Have
I've
no
never really
fear.
campaigned where we
I wouldn't
carried
steer you
carts.
wrong.
We've always carried everything. But now I'm like, I got a cart. I can get eggs and
Because
hay.
basically you're believing every fucking bullshit that I'm throwing at you right now. And so is Peter. Dee.
Hey, Roy, why don't you flip on the light? Center switch. It's getting a little dark in here.
It is a little bit.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, before I couldn't even see you because that sun was going.
I know, that's why I'm sitting way the flock back here.
Now I can read these dice.
So everybody, a few more
No,
days
still-
worth of rations for the time being.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Another solid week's worth just because.
And that's what's 10.
Alright, so everybody's got everything. We're ready to get underway.
Am I driving the lagoon again? With the horses?
And
That's still
we'll,
not good.
Their cart is ready.
we'll let Peter and Sven lead the way.
That'd be my low rollers.
And-
Low roller.
Again,
Are you riding with Peter and Sven? Or are you
No.
riding with us?
no, I'll ride with you.
Where-
So,
kinda
so are you
tag
sitting up
along.
with me, or are you sitting back in the lagoon? Because there's the bench is probably, it's probably a bench seat.
I'll sit
It
up
is-
front then.
it is-
Good, because I'd like to talk to you about some things on the way.
I did good finding stuff out, guys.
Yes, you
Yeah.
made quite the impression on everyone.
Yeah, you're back to normal now. You got a good
Yeah.
night's sleep.
Okay.
Got a little something
But
to
I
drink
still
in the morning.
believe what he tells me even when he's bullshit.
It's not necessarily that you.
But if
He's
I
just
can make
making-
suggestions
Yeah, he's
that
just
she's
making strong suggestions. It's not.
and you feel compelled to,
Listen.
right?
That's a really good argument.
Right.
You're seeing the other side of things a lot more clearly now.
All right.
When you want to be mad at these people, Matt saying no, don't be mad. They're your friends. You're kind of thinking, why really am I mad at these? You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's controlling you and making you do things. It's not like that.
So, riding along.
Yep.
Sven can still be pissed because he will be.
No,
Peter's got him calmed down pretty well.
yeah, they've kind of calmed down.
And mellowed out, and they're going to send us.
You're
on
riding
our
your
happy way.
Ramrod,
I'm
right?
on my ram.
Whenever you're traveling, if your group is bigger, it's always safer.
So, Quietus, what'd you tell them to get them to calm down?
Trade secret.
Can we trust them?
Oh, for the time being, absolutely. Absolutely.
For the time being.
Trust no one.
No, absolutely. There's no fear.
Where are we?
Underground.
Like in a cave?
Massive.
It was breaking character. The Underdeeps was really big with Forgotten Realms.
Yep.
Okay.
No other.
But he didn't say Underdeeps. He said underground. So I don't know anything like that. So I'm thinking like I'm trying to get.
If he's a tribe barbarian, odds are you probably don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But I have like ancient history and fucking ancient languages, so yes, I do have at least a pruning knowledge of
Correct.
Right.
of what this is.
Matt Wood and the two rogues would, being rogues.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just still talking to Quietus
And technically, if he were from a mountain home, he would have some inkling as to them not digging deep to fucking.
Have I ever been to this place?
No, none of you have ever been to the Underdeeps.
Okay.
So is this place we're going dangerous?
Oh, absolutely.
Am I gonna get kill some shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Amen.
Trust me, there's plenty of things down here that we probably should avoid at all costs. More so than.
I feel
No.
like you don't really know who I am.
I feel like if you, from what I hear of their names, I feel like you're gonna find out that you don't know who you really are.
I assume he's like sitting over our shoulders as we're having conversation and chit-chatting about.
He's
this.
on his ram.
I'm on my ram.
Oh, you're on the ram
right next
riding
to you.
alongside us. Okay,
Yes.
so perfect. So I assume that these two though are listening from the back, kind of, because they're in their wagon leading the way to where we're off to. The biggest thing is I can't get a map from them. They know the entrance, but they don't. From my discussion with Peter, he doesn't. He doesn't know. They meet these. Yeah, he meets these people at the entrance, and that's what they come up with.
And that's the dragon's breath that he sells them?
Dragon's Bane.
Whatever.
Yes. I'm sure he has. Not only does he deal in Dragon's Bane, but they do deal vegetables. It's just not very lucrative.
Okay. Fee gonna be okay?
Oh, she's fine.
Okay.
She'll be fine.
I'm good.
Did you get her a dagger?
And Dagger Schmaga, she can have mine.
Eventually she's
Okay.
gonna die, but yeah. We all.
I'm
Whoa.
gonna be a sorcerer next time.
I'll charm my own people.
Alright. So based on time frame wise, it's 8:15 right now. I say how far is it to the entrance? We don't know that, but Peter and Sven do.
Correct.
So did they tell us how long of a ride it would be?
About a day's ride.
Okay. So I think that based on when we get to the entrance, I think that's be a good spot
Stopping
to
point?
stop. If that makes sense to everybody else.
Fuck no, we're gonna keep going after you leave.
You playing by sheet?
Sure, Royce was.
When you get back, your character's gonna be wearing a skirt.
You mean a kilt?
It's a kilt. It's a kilt.
It's a pink kilt.
Real men wear pink.
Someone's gotta watch a horse.
Listen, I want some fucking action, motherfuckers. That works on two
Okay.
levels.
So you guys are following
you get wandering around the Underdeeps in a pink skirt. You're gonna get some action.
So you guys are,
On the road.
On the road again.
yes, you're following this kind of path through the forest. Let's see, so Matt, there's no wagon, but we're just gonna put you and Chris are up front. Royce, where are you?
I'm right next to the wagon, right along.
On that, my side or Chris's side?
Yes.
Yeah, your side.
Okay, so where he's at.
Okay.
The dwarf and the halfling are in the back of the cart.
And then we'll just say This little guy here represents the two farmers,
And they're leading the way.
and they're up here.
Now remember, Don, you can hold control and click multiples to move them all at the same time and shit.
Right.
So,
Okay.
There's some shift.
to select them all.
Oh, okay.
So you guys follow the path. It's when I say path, it's not a. It's literally a rough,
Overgrown trail.
yeah,
basically.
overgrown trail.
Excellent.
You hear 4-wheelers all the while you're driving down.
Boy, they are noisy.
Man,
So,
The other thing is draw a box over them.
yeah.
This is actually really nice.
So, for Royce and Jess, I need you two to roll percentiles.
Percentile.
Do I need to be high or low?
Low.
Have you thought about what you did? Are you ready to do better?
don't take dice that you punish him. Nothing right by you.
Ooh. 17.
39.
Okay, what is your detect noise percentage? I'm pretty sure Jess made hers.
Detect noise.
Mm-hmm.
30.
So you missed it.
Find that.
It's on your.
It's your thieving ability.
Oh, I for sure made it.
Mm-hmm.
Even as it's low, but
See it? This guy's
She made it.
good.
What did I hear?
You three make perception check.
oh my god. oh my god. Yes, I did.
Perception check.
I blew that one out of the water.
And that I gotta roll under.
Yes.
Fuck me.
Royce, you can make a perception check too if you failed your
Oh.
detect noise.
Alright.
I made it.
Made it by 1. Okay.
See, you gotta be
I made
over
about
or under?
one.
Under it.
Under it. This one. Oh, this is under.
Not this time.
Nope.
Okay.
One over.
Jess is the first to hear it. You hear some noises coming up from the bushes.
Something's in the bushes.
And then after she says that, y'all listen for a little bit. And you can hear it too.
I've got my bow and arrow.
Can you drive the horses?
I'm sure I can, to some extent.
Okay, switch me spot. You take the reins. Got my axes ready.
I should see.
How much experience did we get last time? I didn't write it down.
I
Royce
didn't
didn't
either.
write it down.
I didn't write it down.
I don't think we got any.
You have
Well,
what?
We did.
550. Yeah, she said I saw that she had 550 written down for the
Yeah.
last.
So it was 500 because I have 550 right
Because you get a 10% bonus for your.
Oh yeah, right here.
fucking-
Yeah, I did write it down.
Okay. Because I didn't have a 3x5 card, so I did not write it down. I guess. Anyways, I'm just making sure that.
So Peter and Sven hear the noise too, and they pull back on their cart, and they're armed with short swords. They're farmers, but yet they get
550
Yeah.
from last session. You need a 3x5 card?
I don't have any. yet.
Either of you guys need? You each need one? I got plenty if you do. Absolutely, brother.
So they stop their wagon and pull out their short swords. They turn back and look at you guys. And we hear something in the bushes.
Seeing that I didn't hear which direction.
Yeah, you didn't hear shit, but
I didn't
after
hear
they say
anything.
that,
Point out to
they're pointing forward, and they point up in this direction.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna stop.
I stop. I get my axes ready.
I have my I get up my sling staff.
Okay.
Because it took off the wagon. Pulled my shield up. Don't grab my mace yet, but
Your mace. The spring.
big spray can.
Not really.
you guys are getting all your.
I didn't even know you were down here. Jesus.
She's a bit of a
I'm
sneaky
shooting cobra. I'm watching the
So
show.
you guys are getting everything, you know, you're like, what the hell is going on? And all of a sudden, 7 arrows come out of the bushes.
Yikes.
Do they hit any of us?
We're gonna find out. Well, that's armor class of 1, so I'm pretty sure that could hit anybody.
Alright, yeah.
Armor class of 5.
Hold on, let me look. I'm trying to see what my armor class is.
Yeah, that hits me.
Yeah.
I
oh,
can't
yeah, right
remember.
there. So yeah.
AC is 6.
4.
Yeah, but I'm
So
all
they
messed
missed you.
up.
They
They
missed
missed me?
you.
Yeah, the lower the armor class.
That would hit me, right?
So what's your armor class?
4.
4. So they missed you.
Okay.
That's 2 misses. 2, 4,
6.
6. So we got one hit out of all of that. So there's 5. So we're just gonna roll a die 8 because it could hit the 2 farmers. We'll say the farmers are 1 and 2.
Shouldn't we have kept going?
6. Arrow hits Jess.
The if.
Not bad though for 1.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking at your character sheet here to fucking see.
The arrow just snakes past your gut, your body, puts a little slice in you and keeps flying. Doesn't stick in you, just kind of nicks you a little bit. You're like, ugh.
I want to
Alright.
whip
I-
my ram. We're running right behind the wagon.
Okay.
I get my bow out and I shoot 2 arrows
Do we see anything?
at where the arrows
After
come
the
from.
arrows fly, 7 goblins
Fuck, queer rates.
jump out of the.
Queerbait. Is there many creatures that you like?
No. Dead ones.
It's dwarf or nothing.
Okay, now when we back into Tui brain.
I'm like, what? Who the fuck is making that noise?
So it's what we
I
roll
run
minus
into
our
that
back
career.
And everybody they come running at you. You're on the cart. Oh no, you jumped off the cart.
Yeah.
So you guys, these 7 goblins jump out of the weeds and start heading toward you, and the dwarf just takes off fucking.
I'm following him.
Okay, so Hugh and Chris are going ape shit.
Alright, so
The goblins have dropped their bows and they have daggers now.
Once I'm 6
from me
feet,
sitting on my ram behind the wagon, can I see them?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna stay on the ram and I'm start launching bullets.
Okay.
But this is the niche, isn't it?
This would be the initial round, and it's actually only 5 because each of the goblins stops and they're gonna attack Peter and Sven, which they draw their short swords and they've got little bucklers, which is bucklers just a small shield. They, for being farmers,
have
they
like a
look
creamer
like they can kind
Yeah,
of handle
Defend themselves
themselves.
a little bit.
I
I've
got
been on the
coffee.
streets. They
I
don't
got
know.
brand new creamer in the fridge.
I know, but there was.
Okay, so that would be initiative.
What do we gotta roll for initiative again?
Die 10, add your
10.
weapon speed.
Put it in the wrong spot.
That's a die 8. So I need a die 10.
I always roll
This
big
is
on
a die
that.
10, right?
4.
Not bad though.
That's a die 10. Right?
9.
No, that's an 8.
Yeah, 9.
Okay, I got a 4.
4?
That's not a die 10. This is a die 10. Haha.
First, you're using daggers, so they're fast.
I'm using 2 hand axes. So then I gotta add my weapon speed.
Correct.
Dude, there it is. So 4. So add 4.
So you technically can't beat me because I rolled.
Oh,
Oh, but you can tie me.
I rolled a 0.
So you tie me. So we roll again.
Alright. I rolled a 4 again.
I got a 6.
Okay.
So you
I rolled a 9, but I plan on casting Sacred
so
Flame.
you would add the casting time with the spell.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you roll?
instantaneous.
You rolled a 6.
You
I rolled a
six?
4 to
You rolled
begin
a 4? Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Alright.
So I beat you.
Alright. I got a 4.
So you gotta roll him again.
So we tied again.
Yeah.
So you and I tied.
I rolled
Six.
a 3. Total.
Yeah, I got a 6.
So yeah, I'm casting a spell.
Okay.
I'm casting Ray of Frost on you.
Okay. So you go first.
And I go second.
Then you go second.
All
Oh
right.
wait, I gotta roll for. They roll a 4. What's the speed on a short sword? Somebody?
It's a 3, right?
What do you have?
It's gotta be.
I have 2 hand
That's a
axes.
3.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Peter and Sven tied the goblin,
Of course.
but they lost. So okay. So the goblins are gonna go. Okay. So Matt, you go.
Alright, just double checking here. It comes out
It's been
in
a
a
long time
straight
since I
line.
played this. I gotta
Are there
roll
multiples
dice.
in a line coming at me?
No, they're spread.
Okay.
They
so I'll
actually
just go
they
out-
stopped. They stopped because Chris and Hugh cut them off.
Okay.
So they broke off. There's one on Peter, one on Sven, and the other 5 are kind of like
Grouped around.
they're heading toward Matt and Hugh, or
Chris and Hugh.
Chris and Hugh, and you know they're in a horizontal line. They're not in line with you. They're line across you.
I gotcha. Yep. I'm not worried about positioning myself so much at this point. So I will just take and yeah.
Is there any chance that frost-free shit hits me and
Not if I'm aiming specifically at them, but I've got to fucking roll to fucking hit them. So
Science, magic. Magic's not real. Magic's magic. It's not real.
let me see. There's a page
I
on
did
it. There it is. There's the right page.
What is the cleric you're using?
That's healing.
Oh.
That comes from their gods. What are you doing, Jess?
I was shooting arrows.
Oh, you're gonna shoot arrows?
Mhm.
Did you win any ish? Probably not with a bow.
No, 16.
Oh,
Yeah,
I put the
exactly.
page down.
Hard to beat.
They don't do a lot of damage, but they're
Of course
fast.
I didn't write the fucking page down on that. But
Is it a first level spell?
this is a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
so when I'm rolling to see if I hit them, I roll
Die 20.
die 20. That's right. Okay.
All 20.
I know.
Anything less will be embarrassed.
Right. And so I look at my.
Tackle.
So I look at my stack.
For whatever weapon you're using.
It would be my 2 hand axes. So
Alright,
it's
so
19.
Okay.
So subtract.
So we'll wait till we get to you.
Okay. I'm trying to remember all this. It's been a long time.
Armor class 4.
That hits them.
Okay. And let me find my 8. For 2.
Do you care which one or no?
No. No. It does slow their movement down. It basically halves their movement. So if they do, that's the only thing I would say keep track of.
Okay.
If I'm hitting them that low.
So, Chris, go ahead and roll.
Die 20.
Yeah.
And so I roll 2, right? 'Cause I have two.
Correct. So you fumbled, so you don't get your second attack.
Fuck me.
So now
Roll
you roll,
percentiles.
now you roll the fumble chart.
Roll it up. Roll it up.
I think it's these 2, right?
Yeah.
No, these 2.
Yep.
95.
Oh.
95 is.
Great.
Hit and
Oh.
stun nearest ally.
Oh.
And what's the other half of it?
Half.
Because there's the next continue along.
Half damage
Half damage
to
to
ally and stun for D4 rounds.
So you hit Hugh for half damage. So what's
roll
the
your
damage?
roll your damage out.
Yeah. So what's the damage on your hand axe?
1d6.
Plus.
Your strength 3.
Okay, so 1d6.
I mean, I got caught trying to steal drugs from farmers.
4 plus
3 is 7. Divided by 2 is 3.
3.
So you hit Hugh for 3, and then Hugh is stunned
1d4 rounds.
for 1d4 rounds.
Roll your triangle. The little triangle one.
A good
Oh,
rolling one.
this one?
Yep.
2.
2 rounds.
That's not bad.
He was done.
Okay, so as Hugh is
I get it. I don't.
as Hugh is
Fuck!
as Hugh is running by,
I believe
you're
you
getting
do.
ready to attack, and you bring your
I
hand
didn't
axe
say
up,
anything this
and
time.
you hit
I know
Hugh.
last time.
Whack!
Last time I'll take
Right in
it.
the head. He was like, "Oh, what'd you do that for? Come on!" Got a little trickle of blood running down his temple.
Sorry, Hugh. Sorry, Trag.
Okay, so that is on to the goblins.
On to the Joblins.
We're having a good night.
We'll do Peter and Sven first.
Two boys with 5 goblins.
They hit Peter and
7 of us
Sven
fighting.
for die forward.
Yo, we needed some more of that powder. I feel like it would help.
1 and 2. Okay. So now there's 5 left, and they're all basically on Chris and you. Your armor class was 4.
Yeah.
And your armor class is
3.
Cleric's a fucking walking mountain of armor.
Even had a shield, I see in one hand.
so we got a natural 20,
Oh my god.
Of course you did.
a 19, so that's 2 hits, and a miss. So we got a natural 20 and a hit. We'll say Chris is going to take the natural 20 because Hugh got fumbled on it.
I'm fighting back.
So it's 4 plus 2 hit Chris for 6,
Fuck.
and then hit
They're
Hugh
large.
for 1.
What?
They're large.
They're goblins.
They're
They're
goblins.
small.
Oh.
They're like you.
Yeah, they're your size.
Now,
Pint size.
Royce, you may go.
What are you doing?
All right. I'm.
Using your bow?
I don't have bow. I have sling staff.
I have a bow.
I'm launching bullets.
Burrits?
So I get
Hit? Armor class of fucking
3.
2? Oh, 3?
3 hits.
So 1d4 plus
This
1.
is Matt is called.
Actually, do I got I got two per one, so I got to roll twice.
Correct.
No.
An armor class of 13. No, just missed it.
Yeah.
So just 1 bullet hits. 1d4 plus 1 with 3, so I hit him for 4. Pew!
For 4.
Hit him for 4.
Love you. Alright, bye.
Okay, Jess.
Roll by dice. Where did I hit him?
Yes. I get 2 shots.
You're shooting with your bow.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can't remember. Oh,
Miss?
2. Is that good?
No,
Whoop. Alright.
And an 8.
that is not good either.
Yeah, that's armor class of, what are you? You're a rogue, so what's my hand? Oh, normal. No. No bonuses. So armor class 12?
That's gonna be a miss. And Hugh is stunned
Bless you.
this round, so now
Thank
we're
you.
back to Matt.
Yay!
Oh no, wait. Peter and Sven.
Oh yes, Peter and Spain.
Is there 2 fighters in the room?
Sven hits.
Woo! Sven the Nightmare.
Peter misses. Okay, so now we are back to Matt.
Yay! I'm gonna Ray of Frost again.
Woo!
Ah, and I miss.
Armor class of.
16?
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy.
Back to we're fighting still.
Yeah, we're still fighting.
Fucking A. All right. Let's see.
Yeah,
if
we
I
don't
can
do a
pull
niche
this
once.
Yeah, you don't do this one.
We haven't barely hurt anybody.
I hurt him.
Well, on the
Give you a good clobbering.
we haven't hurt any enemies.
9.
Okay, so what's your Thaco?
19.
So you hit an armor class of 10. That's a miss.
Okay. Fuck me.
Humble again?
That dice is going away.
Alright, roll your percentiles. Okay.
Remember the last time he fumbled, he rolled 100%.
The
Last
only
session.
one we've ever had,
In like 2 campaigns.
and
3
the
campaigns.
7, it's sweeter because I call it.
7% or 7D?
7-0.
7.
Full stumble. You lose 1 round and fall vicinity, make a dex check, or they fail and lose 1 round.
So,
Make a dex check.
die 20.
Die
Yeah,
20.
yeah, roll.
I ain't rolling the fucking yellow one.
Actually, you'd want to on this one because you got to roll under your dex. What's your dex?
17.
So you got to roll under 17.
19 it is.
10.
Okay, so you made it out.
Fuck you, man.
Hey, it's not up to us, it's the dice.
Oh, we're back to the goblins. Oh, okay.
I might die. I'm only at 5, so.
Well, you're good.
Peter
You
and
got
Sven,
Cleric
we're
standing
going to
right
start
next
with them.
I'm still and angry.
They missed Peter and Sven. Okay, good.
We might die.
You might.
New characters. Yeah.
Miss.
We gotta kill these motherfuckers. I
Let's
gotta
roll
go.
the dice across.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be there soon. we're walking on sunshine right now.
No, we're not. I am fucking shit up.
Another natural 20, huh? How many natural 20s, I guess, is the next question.
5.
I rolled the dice both together.
And they're both 20s. Yikes.
Yes.
That sucks.
These babies are on fire.
Get those fucking dice.
And a miss. So a dagger, natural 20.
Well, at least you didn't lose a round, Chris. I mean, you
For
just
4.
4?
Yeah.
The other one hit me too?
No, the other one hits you. For 4.
I got 1 hit point left.
Okay, so that's the end of the goblins.
Matt.
No.
Nope.
Sven.
No, we gotta go back to Royce.
I'll roll my 2 bullets together. 13.
9 and 7. Armor class 9, armor class 7.
Both miss.
Roll better.
Jess.
I am better than Chris.
9. What's 20 minus 9?
11.
Miss.
What's 13 minus
7.
7?
Still a miss.
Still a miss.
Dang it.
So Sven and Chucklehead get to go. AKA Peter. Peter.
They both hit.
Look at them guys. Kicking ass and taking names.
For a couple of farmers. Sven drops his.
You only got like fucking 7 hit points max.
Okay. Matt. Back to you.
Alright. Since I'm still out of their range, I'm going to try to attack with Ray of Frost again. Armor class 6.
That is the armor
Alright.
class.
8 gives me for 7.
Matt drops his.
One of the ones closest to fucking
Hey, buddy.
Chris here.
Okay. Okay, sounds good, buddy. I appreciate that. Alright, buddy.
Alright, we're
Good.
closing in on it.
Yes.
Play a little bit longer.
Chris.
Am I in again?
You're up again.
Fuck
No.
me, I want to start killing some motherfuckers. But not myself or...
You.
Hugh is attackable this round.
He's able to attack this round.
That's
too.
what I'm
Okay, so we determined that the armor class is 6. So what is your THAC-O?
19
I
if I
thought
hit.
he was
No,
telling
so
Chris
19
to
minus
attack
6 is
you.
13. You need 13 or better.
So you hit, right?
No.
No, I hit that one.
was a hit.
Motherfucker!
So now on a small medium, what's your damage?
D4, I gotta roll 1d4.
Plus
3.
3. Okay, so D4 plus 3. No, the triangle.
Oh, sorry.
That's a 6 sided.
My
There
bad.
you go.
4 plus 3, 7.
Okay, so Chris drops one.
Woo! Making a comeback, boy. Hey, you can fight this round.
Yes, Hugh is in this round.
Yep. Javelins are up. And I was, like I said, I was attacking the ones that are attacking Chris and Hugh.
Peter and Sven got hit.
Peter and Sven.
Peter got hit, but poor old Sven took a natural 20.
Ooh.
That's like the 4th one I've rolled tonight. I'm telling you, these motherfucking dice are on fire.
Well, then change them out.
Sven's looking a little peaked. Alright. So there are actually 2 left. Because Matt killed one. Oh no, this one's still alive. There's 3 left.
But I did hit one for 2.
Mm-hmm.
attacking me and Hugh now?
Yes, and they miss. So the goblins are done. Royce.
Alright, come on. That is
Plus 6.
Yeah, it
just
is
a
the-
hit.
And
No. So I'll just roll for 2.
Roy drops his.
Woohoo!
There's 2 left?
Yes.
Okay, and you're up now?
Jess is up.
Jess is up.
Or Hugh is, whomever, I don't know who.
Just go follow her. Jess, go.
Oh, 17 armor class of 17 minus 20? Armor class 3?
What'd you roll?
Negative 17.
And your attack was 20?
Yeah.
That's armor class 3. That hits.
Yay. And nope. Armor classes. Wait, hold on. What's my damage? I don't know what my damage is. They are
You dice 6.
1d6. Alright.
Yeah, the reason why I pick up the D6
4.
is because my one axe is a D6, the other one's a D4. I got confused, so my bad.
What'd you hit for, Jess?
4.
4. Okay. Hugh! Finally!
Battle Rager.
While I'm in there, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the closest one to me. They got a what is it, Dex saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage.
Isn't that magic?
Yeah.
No, it's a gift from my god.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
Magic isn't real. Magic's magic.
Okay, well, they made their decks.
I'm magic.
They
He's
just the player by it.
Ah!
So now Matt's up,
No. Or, yes, because you used his. So now we go back to Matt.
and then me.
Then you.
Okay.
Oh, wait, Peter and Sven gotta go, but go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, it's still their turn, so go ahead.
Peter and Sven hit.
Because I technically start the new round.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Peter and Sven drop theirs.
Woo!
But they've taken some damage, too.
Yeah.
Okay, now Matt, you may go.
Alright. That's armor class 6.
So that hits.
Alright, and there's the die 8 again. 7 off another one.
That was the last one.
Thank fucking God.
Ray of Frost. and a frozen visage.
Greg, I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to fall.
You didn't necessarily fall, you just got a little overzealous.
Yeah, whopped him in the back of the head with your hand axe. I watched a video.
Can we still be
speaking of-
companions? I know you
I
have
watched
one
a
friend.
video the other day of like
So can we still be companions?
doing damage to like an
No?
medieval English helmet with like swords and axes
Yeah,
and
but
hammers and
Remember
shit.
when I first started, I didn't fumble at all? Like,
And
I
the
fucking
helmets
was
are
rolling like
like
crazy.
every
and he
attack
jinxed
from
me
like
that
a
one time.
halberd,
Remember that?
a
And I've been
fucking
rolling like
axe.
shit.
It's all his
It
fault,
didn't
isn't it?
even.
It
It
is.
just barely put
Did you
dents
tell
in
him
the
that?
fucker.
I did.
Now,
The minute I did it, I looked at him and
It'd
said,
bring
"It's
your
fault." He's like, I
fucking
didn't say
belt.
anything.
It's
I was like,
gonna
"It's
rally
from
your
last time."
It's gonna rally your peanuts
Hey,
around
Royce.
a bit.
Just so you know, all of Chris's fumbles from here on out are your fault, because you jinxed it.
That's what he's telling me. Even though this didn't even happen to this character in particular.
It don't matter, you jinxed the roll. You're gonna have to undo your jinx.
Yeah, you gotta undo it, man. You gotta like, give me some praise and like, come on, buddy, you know? Nothing.
Yeah, no one's. Yay.
There you go. See?
We're picking up the enthusiasm there.
are you? I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Hey, I am the king of shit rolls. So when somebody else starts taking over, I'll give
He's
you
okay
praise.
with that.
Okay, so Peter and
You laughing over there?
Peter and Sven walk up to you. They're looking a little peaked, but they kind of bandage each other's wounds, and they put their swords away and their bucklers away, and they
Do we have any healing power?
the guy you hit in the head.
Fuck, I need healing.
Who,
Do you have any healing elixirs?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Does anybody have any healing elixirs?
I think we got in. I think we had the other group had healing elixirs because I'm just thinking,
What?
I'm like, hey, I had. I'm like, no, that was my other guy.
Yeah, Royce has 48 of them.
Not now I don't. Remember, I always start Don's campaigns like I just come off the streets as poor as a church mouse.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Nope. But then again, I didn't take a whack, so.
So Peter and Sven walk up to you and say, "This is one of the problems with dealing in the Underdeeps. You gotta be
On your toes, by
Yeah.
the looks of it.
because we're getting into some dangerous area here. The payout is good, but it can be dangerous. So don't worry, where we're going, we should be able to barter and get some help.
In that case, I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on myself, being that I got attacked from behind.
Fuck you.
Dwarves don't wear armor on their back because dwarves don't retreat.
Okay, cast your light wounds on yourself.
Oh. 8.
30.
Hey, if you want to
That's
waste your other
okay.
spell, if you want to waste your other spell slot on me, since I didn't lose any,
I'll take your credit.
Alright. I'm like, that's Peter's Sven. You guys feeling alright? Do you need any?
Sven is looking a little peaked. He's still alive, but he's got some pretty good cuts.
Pretty good cuts.
and through all that, I lost my character's voice again. It's like, poof, gone out of my head again.
I stare at the human Cure
It's-
Sven.
You there?
Good chop.
There you go. You got
There
it.
you go.
3.
Okay,
Perfect.
he's feeling better. He's feeling better.
And
Perfection,
now,
old
as I
boy.
walk away, I would say even.
Understand.
Thing I wanted to
At least everybody's on the same page. Okay,
I better write this down. The voice of like Sunbro from Viva la Dirt League. Watch the Sunbro clip. Look it up when you get when you get home.
okay, so you guys gather up your things. Get back on your wagon, Royce, get back on your ram.
How many arrows do I get back?
Royce never got off it.
I never got off the ram.
You need to pay attention, DM.
It doesn't really matter unless he's moving.
Tally ho the fox.
Because then if he's moving, it's a -6 to attack.
I thought I had to do an animal handling jump. Or, animal handling
Check.
check.
Maybe. I'd have to look that up.
Or land-based
Or
riding.
land-based.
I
Based
thought you
riding,
had I thought you had like land-based riding, or is there
There's-
riding? What? No, there's an second edition. Here.
No. I'd have to look that. But anyway, it's irrelevant. So, you gather up all your stuff.
Erroneous on both counts. It was my
Get
first
back
stage.
on your wagons. Start back off.
Mm-hmm.
You're riding through the
Nobody
woods,
crashers.
kind of weaving between trees and fallen trees, and lead through the forest for probably another couple hours. Like I say, you're dodging, fallen trees and rocks and that kind of thing, and you finally come across like this mound. It's kind of like in a hillside kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the guys jump off their wagon. He goes, all right, we're here. This is where it's going to get a little tricky. He says, when we get in here, it's going to be dark. You don't want to call attention to yourself, so we're going to keep it dark. We've done this enough. We know specifically where to ride, walk, whatever. Follow us exactly.
And do I get the impression if Peter's talking to us that this is complete truthfulness with him being
correct.
charmed too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What about our animals?
Is it right?
Oh, okay.
Bring with you.
They pedal wares
I'm tired.
in here, so they have to take their wagon.
So they get back on their wagon.
Yep, we clamber on ours. Royce,
Okay.
They
you bring up the rear.
and their horse. He walks right up to the hills, like right up to the hillside,
Mm-hmm.
and he literally rides
Through the hillside.
right through the hillside.
So it's an illusion.
Yeah, it's like it literally looks like dirt, moss covered mound, and he literally whoop, rides right through it.
Their horses have been through there, so they're not really freaked out
And
about it.
and I have spellcraft, so I know it's an illusory thing
Mhm.
to just keep people out.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And they bloop, and they walk right through it. So your horse gets to it. Your horse has never done this. I'm assuming you have animal handling, or
He,
I
he
do.
is
I have
driving,
I
yeah,
have
so
animal handling.
okay. So you need to make an animal handling check. and show you. So find animal handling,
That's what I'm doing.
lower right hand corner.
I actually don't have animal handling. Thought I did.
Or is it a secondary skill? For maybe it's a skill you roll.
Like wagon
It
area or
was.
something. Because one of us had it.
I have animal handling.
So do I.
Oh, perfect. Well, she, if worst case scenario, she can like lead the horse through.
It's not in the lower left hand corner, maybe. So
Yeah,
the-
I got my racial abilities and my non-weapons in opposite spots.
Oh,
I got groom and sailor.
That's animal handling.
Yeah,
Groom
groom
animal
is-
handling.
Groom. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, why?
So it's secondary skill. So he doesn't
Yes.
technically need to then.
okay. So your horse is a little leery,
But he coaxes it through.
and bloop, you guys walk through, and it's just like a, and you're there, and you're in this cavern, rather large.
Yep.
But it's not. When I say rather large, it's not like it's more like a big cave. It's not like a huge ass room.
Yeah.
It's like a path here, and they're just. And he was right. It's dark. There's zero light.
Oh shit.
So
I can't see shit.
you two, it's like you're got your eyes shut.
Yeah, you might as well have your
Sound.
your best bet if you're driving that cart. You might as well give it to the halfling, the reins.
Right, because
Okay.
we can't see shit.
Right.
We're inept in this fucking particular
Okay.
scenario here.
Is that where we want to leave off?
Yeah,
I think
it's
we
9
should. I
o'clock.
think at the